my favorite aspects of this podcast, and honestly, it's also one of my favorite aspects of my YouTube channel as well. It really just allows me to connect with you all by being myself and sharing things that not just I have learned, but also things that I have found have helped me, in the hopes that it can help someone else, because that was the whole inspiration behind even starting a podcast. It was to help other people be a part of someone else's survival guide someday. You know, we all go through trials and tribulations and all these things that make or break us. We think define us, but don't. And all of these stigmas that are outdated, or we fall victims to society without realizing that we are the society now that we're adults, and just so many different toxic things. And to me, I wish I would have known so many of these things younger. And so that's why I want to share them with all of you. And when Vince Russo approached me about being a part of the brand family, it was an avenue upon which to build from that really led to me having the self-love, the guts, and the gumption to just be myself, to truly be free with my authenticity and show you guys who Taeler Hendrix actually is, instead of who everybody in the business tries to force you to believe that I am. And to me, that was one of the most powerful things that I was given in recent times. And I really enjoy that. And I found it to be so therapeutic and so empowering and helpful that I want to help other people do that too. And so that's where motivation comes into play with this podcast. Now, we've had so many different guests on this podcast from different walks of life, different experiences in life, different trials and tribulations, different successes. You know, we've had WWE Hall of Famers, we've had motivational speakers, we've had health nutritionists, former WWE superstars, Super Bowl champions, award-winning musicians, and more on this podcast. But one of my favorite things about all of them and being by myself on this podcast is there's all things that we have learned that all kind of overlap. And when you start to see that, you realize that there are roadmaps for any sort of success that you want to go on. As long as you dig deep enough and you pay attention hard enough and you pick up on the breadcrumbs and self-educate. And that's where all of this motivation comes into play. And that's why I want to tell you guys, today is the perfect day to suck at something new. Now that sounds really funny, doesn't it? Oh yeah, oh, suck at something new. Okay, yeah. No, it's the truth. It is the truth. Today is the perfect day to suck at something new. Today is the best day of your life. Let's suck at something new together. Honestly, like, don't be afraid to suck at something new, because every time you suck at something new, you're presenting yourself with an opportunity to grow and become great at that something new. We all start sucking first. You know, not everybody pops out of the womb a WWE superstar. You know what I'm saying? So we all have to start at level 0 to get past level 100. But we all seem to focus on someone else's level 100 instead of us starting at our own level 0 and getting up to level 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Be so obsessed with your own failures and success stories as opposed to being envious of someone else's. You do not need 100+ self-help books. All you need is action and self-discipline along with accountability. So get started. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go on YouTube University right now and learn a new skill. You can literally take free Harvard classes on YouTube. So what's your excuse? What is your excuse? Don't be afraid to suck at something new. Start right now. Start today. Today is the perfect day to start something new, to suck at something new. It is the best day of your life right now. You have survived 100% of your worst days. So what are you waiting for? What are you truly scared of? Honestly, all you need is action, self-discipline, and accountability. And on top of that, all you need is love, guts, and gumption, which I've been telling you guys for years. Self-love to realize that you and your dreams matter. The guts to go after your dreams, believing in yourself when nobody else will. And then the gumption to see all of that through without sacrificing your integrity and learning to cheer for yourself in the silence, letting your success be your noise. How do you do that? Very simple. Today, start at something new. Do not be afraid to suck at something new. Nobody cares, okay? Everybody is so focused on, oh, what will other people think? Or what will other people think of me? It's all BS. It's all excuses. Nobody cares. They don't care about you. They don't care about your problems. They don't care how their actions or inactions affect you and the trauma it causes you. Trauma, they don't care, all right? understand that trauma is change you didn't choose, but healing is the change that you do choose. Heal yourself, because nobody else is going to save you, because no one else cares. All right. Everybody is so focused on me, meaning them, and not you. You got to care about you. You got to believe in you. You got to cheer for you. You got to learn something new. You got to suck at something new before you can become great at something amazing. You cannot do epic shizit with basic people. Don't be afraid to suck at something new. We all start somewhere, okay? Don't get caught in these trappings of society that are outdated and old and have not kept up with the times, okay? College degree is almost meaningless unless you went to college to learn a specific skill, like an engineer, a lawyer, a doctor, okay? And a few other examples. You honestly would make more learning high-end sales in 90 days than you would being a recent graduate of a degree right now. Put that into perspective. Let that fuel you to start something new today, to suck at something new today, right now, the best day of the rest of your life. That's amazing. That is empowering. Honestly, stop caring what others think because they don't care about you. And that sounds harsh, but it's true. All right. 80% are focused on them. And the other 20% are glad it's you and not them. Okay. That's just how it is. Your government's not going to save you. Your mom ain't going to save you. Your best friend's not going to save you. Your landlord's not going to save you. Everybody would rather save themselves. So you got to learn to save yourself. You got to learn to be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest critic, and your biggest companion and your biggest fan. Love yourself. Do not be afraid of what other people think. Empower yourself. Suck at something new. I challenge you. Seriously. Okay. When you see somebody that's smarter than you, do not fall into that comparison trap that we all seem to do on social media and at gatherings and whatever. If you see someone who's smarter than you, don't try to compete with that person. Try to work with that person and learn from that person. If you see somebody who's a WWE Hall of Famer, why are you trying to compete with that person? Learn from everything that they have accomplished and failed at, so you don't have to make those same failures, and you can learn how to succeed in whatever it is that you want to succeed. It's that simple. It's that simple. We use wrestling analogies here because a lot of you are wrestling fans. But let's be honest, there is so many different analogies. You know, if Betty Davis was sitting right next to me right now, I would be picking her brain on everything. I wouldn't be trying to compete with her. I would be trying to learn from her and with her. There's a very big difference, okay? Your comfort zone is holding you back from sucking at something new right now, today. Comfort zones are an addiction. It's like those people, and I was one of those people for a long time because I did not understand the situations I was in, and I had to take accountability for that. You know, I was so addicted to that woe is me, like, why did this happen? Why this? First off, nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear it. Complaining, like there's people out there that just complain about their problems, but they never stop to think, wow, all the time I wasted complaining about my problem, I could have solved my problem 15 times over by now. Those people are toxic, and it's because they're stuck in their comfort zone, and misery loves company, okay? Get out of your comfort zone, because if you don't, nothing good comes from it. Nothing good comes from comfort zones, okay? Being stuck and addicted to your comfort zone is like receiving a one-way cheap-ass ticket to the inner city of Depression Central. And once you're there, it is so hard to get out. Don't even get that ticket. Do not get on that plane, that bus, that train. Don't do it. Get out of your comfort zone. Suck at something new. Okay? Become a better person every single day, because it is an opportunity every single day. Okay? Show up for yourself so that you know later on how to show up for somebody else. Okay? You have no idea the people that are looking to you for an example who could become inspired by you someday. You have no idea who those people are going to be. But don't let them down. But first of all, don't let yourself down. Get out of that comfort zone. The little kid you used to be deserves your best as an adult. Be the adult you needed as a kid by sucking at something new. Most children will try almost anything new without being afraid to suck at it. Somehow society teaches us to be afraid of that, and they turn us into sheeps full of conformity. And I refuse to conform to society, and you should too. Okay? Take that chance, network, learn a new skill, suck at something new. It keeps you interested. It keeps you vital. It gives you a purpose. Okay? It gives you so much. Value your privacy as much as you value yourself. Some people do not deserve a VIP access to you, and you have to learn to be okay with that, okay? Value your privacy and your personal everything versus valuing the approval of others. Because remember, they truly don't care. People are not loyal to you. They're not loyal to their need of you. And when that changes, so too does their loyalty. And then what do they do with all that private information you gave them? Think about it. Think about it. Okay, and another thing that I want to say is 99% of your mental struggles could be avoided if you train yourself to not take things personally. This is something that I wish I would have been taught before I ever entered the wrestling business. Honestly, because I didn't understand that people don't care. I didn't understand that people don't care about you. They're not going to save you. They're not going to do the right thing. I took so much personally. And it's hard to not take things personally when things are done to you or happen to you or said to you or said. It's hard to not take those things personally. But 99% of your mental problems can be solved by understanding that it isn't personal, because people don't care about you to begin with. They just care about themselves and what they want and what they need, and they don't care how and who they get it from. Train yourself to not take things personally, because the less you take personally, the more time and energy you have to actually focus on being the best version of yourself, and you deserve that. Once I learned this, my whole life changed. I became free with my authenticity, and it led me all to you guys. So I can attest that these things actually work. They mean something. Now, some of these things you might already be great at, and some of them you might not. That's okay. We all have different journeys to go on. But all of our journeys really start with learning to suck at something new so that we can be great. All right. You can't be great if you don't first suck at something new. Don't be afraid to start at your level 1. And remember, I heard this recently and I thought it was so thought-provoking and inspirational and empowering because it made so much sense. Every day I see so much nonsensical, ridiculous BS that's been indoctrinated into people. And then I saw this and I was like, oh wow, this is some real shizit. Like, this is the bread and butter of what we need right now. Okay. Anger is just sadness that for too long had nowhere to go. If you are angry, ask yourself what you're angry at and why. And once you answer those questions, it helps you to let go so that you're not weighed down by a forklift full of baggage that has no business being in your present, because it's all about the past. Be the adult you needed as a child. Let today be the best day of your life by learning to suck at something new today. You can get a job today. You can start a journey for better health today. You can sign up for a skill at college today. You can learn a skill for free on YouTube University today. You can work on your mental health right now today. Suck at something new today. Don't you deserve it? I know the little kid that you used to be does. So make the adult that you are becoming the best version that little kid could ever be proud of. Be the adult you needed as a child. Make today the best day of your life so far, because you have survived 100% of your worst days. And that is amazing, because you are truly incredible.